In a small African village surrounded by tall baobab trees, the animals lived together in peace. Among them was Tortoise. He was not the strongest. He was not the fastest, but he was the most cunning. Whenever there was food, Tortoise found a way to eat more than everyone else, and that was his weakness. One year, a terrible famine struck the land. The rivers dried, the crops failed. Even the lion, king of the jungle, was hungry. One evening, the birds gathered in secret. They had discovered something magical, high above the clouds. There was a feast in the sky, food beyond imagination, but only birds could fly there. Tortoise overheard them, and greed entered his heart. Tortoise approached the birds humbly. "My dear friends," he said softly, "we are all suffering. Please take me with you." The birds refused. "You cannot fly." But Tortoise was clever. He said, "If each of you gives me one feather, I too can fly." The birds felt pity. One by one, they gave him feathers, and soon Tortoise had wings. They flew high into the clouds, and truly, there was a magnificent feast. Mountains of rice, golden yams, sweet fruits shining like treasure. The host welcomed them warmly and said, "This feast is for all of you." Tortoise smiled secretly. Before the birds could speak, he stepped forward and said, "Actually, my name is all of you." The host looked confused, but he repeated, "This feast is for all of you." So Tortoise began to eat, and eat, and eat. He ate until his belly was round like a drum. The birds watched in shock and anger. He left nothing for them. The birds were furious. One by one, they took back their feathers and flew home. Tortoise was left alone in the sky. He panicked. "How will I get down?" he called to Parrot, flying below. "Please tell my wife to bring out all the soft things in the house so I can land safely." But the birds were still angry. They changed the message. When Tortoise's wife received the message, she misunderstood. She brought out hard stones. Tortoise jumped from the sky and fell until crash. He hit the ground. His shell shattered into pieces. The pain was unbearable. The animals gathered around. Some pitied him. Others said, "Greed has finally broken him." A wise healer was called. Piece by piece, the shell was sewn back together, but the cracks remained forever. And that is why the tortoise's shell is cracked to this day, because greed may fill your stomach, but it can break your life.